Hey there, welcome to another video on building a practical Shopify app with React Router. In this video, I will explore the Shopify documentation and show you how you can navigate around. Please watch the previous video if you have not watched them, because it is important for you to follow along and understand everything you need to know before building your practical app. These videos in the beginning of this app series is beginner friendly. If you're already familiar with the Shopify ecosystem, the documentation, you can skip this video. But these overview videos will help those who are a beginner to start learning how to navigate around Shopify documentation and how you can find everything. The best place for Shopify to find any development related assets is shopify.dev/docs. In here you will start. Shopify has like three main categories of building. One is Shopify app, which we focus, Shopify themes, which is another topic, and Shopify headless. Headless is also using Hydrogen and Remix to build a storefront API, like completely stored in a headless space, which has a very smooth transition from Shopify like liquid to Shopify headless. App is where we focus a lot. So to learn, you just click app, and then in here you will find all the resources about app development. It is important for you to explore the documentation before I show you something. The documentation is so good, and it has a lot of points in the sidebar that you will find out that I cannot mention all of them in one or two video. I urge you to explore the documentation yourself, but I'll show you some of the important part of building apps. For example, the first thing you need to do is install Shopify CLI. When you come in here, start building, it is going to suggest you to install Shopify CLI, which we will do in the next video, but that is how easy it is to build a Shopify app. Using a single command, Shopify app in it, and your app is ready to start. And it is by default using the React Router template from Shopify Shopify GitHub repo, and if you have your own repo, you can also use that as a part of the Shopify CLI. Now, Shopify also have a very easy step-by-step of building an app. You can follow along this. This is helpful, but it is not a video series that the way I record. I try to teach you like how to navigate around, but the good thing is it is really easy. All you have to do is just come to the documentation, start building app, you will learn. This part of the documentation will give you example code. This is not like an app that you can start selling in the Shopify market. These are some example code that you can use, customize, build on top of this, and then you can start building like a fully functional app. So this example that Shopify have in here with the React Router, it gives you like a basic app of a I think it is a QR code that you can scan, and it will take you to a product page, something like that. It is just a basic example of product, but you will learn a lot by following along with this type of tutorial in here. Next up is like development, how to set up your dev MCP server. If you're using Cursor, it is really easy to use it, but if you're using any other editor, it is going to be different, not difficult, but it's going to be different. I'm not going to use Cursor, I use Windsurf, but I use Cloud Code for a lot of my coding and development. I'll show you the setup in the future video, but for now, these are the things that you have to know in the Shopify documentation. The most important part of this was Shopify CLI that you have to know. Shopify CLI is used for Shopify theme as well, Shopify for the headless, and also Shopify app. So that's why it is very important to learn that. When you are navigating in here, you see the sidebar in here. One is build, one is design, one is launch. Shopify put it in such a nice way. So in the build, you will learn everything about the backend on how you build the app. In the design, you will learn all about the design ecosystem. So when you build the app, make sure you follow all the guidelines that Shopify recommend. That's how you will get the badge of build for Shopify. Getting the badge is very important, but it is not like life-changing experience. If I go to the Shopify Shopify App Store, you can see a lot of apps have this build for Shopify. This one has like all of them that you see here, but some of them does not have. For example, ShippingStation does not have. But if you have this built for Shopify badge, this is passing a quality check by a Shopify team that this app meet all the requirement on the app design guideline, and that's why this is built for Shopify. And it's important that if you review the app design guideline, your app will be eligible, and you will get that badge as well. And the good thing about the badge is like Shopify recommend this type of app more than any other app. But it's easy to get this one, and I will discuss that throughout this video series. In the app design, it will give you the app structure, like how good it is. The Shopify explain all of this, which part of this area is related to your app, which part is outside of your app. You can see all of them are mentioned, outlined with a simple like design. It also tell you what you should do and what you should not do. This is important because when Shopify review your app, they always mention one of these documentation. Hey, instead of doing that, do that. If I go to the visual design, you can see how do you want to space them, how do you want to put the section, heading, and stuff like that. How do you put the design? When building Shopify app, a lot of people think, oh, this design is not looking good. Of course, the CN, what is it like as AI mode? I never like understand how do I pronounce it, CN. But yeah, I like this design, okay? But this is the Shopify way of designing thing. For example, you can see this thing like that. This is the quality of Shopify, okay? It is completely like okay to use something like that. And I have seen a lot of people who are not in the Shopify ecosystem. They say, oh, this design is not as nice as the CN UI. You're right. But if you do that, it will not look similar to Shopify. That's why when building Shopify app, you have to follow the design that Shopify give you. These are the Polaris component design. Shopify already designed this for you. You can use all of these components. And this is how your app will match the quality of the Shopify design. And when user navigate around, either they are in your app or outside of your app, they will feel the same thing, that they are running an app inside the Shopify ecosystem. That's why you should follow the design of the Shopify in here. And all of them, like there are so many examples that Shopify give you of what to do, what not to do. So following this is very important. When it comes to launch, you just go to the launch. This is where Shopify will give you some checklist of what you should do about price strategy, deployment, distribution and review, and merchant support and stuff like that. So to be honest, the documentation of Shopify is such a great place to start. But it's good that you watch a video and like learn how all of these things work together. That's why in this video series I try to teach you how to do all these basics. I hope this video has been informative and you explore the documentation of Shopify outside of watching this type of video. Because I cannot explore like everything in one video, but I will definitely go through them throughout the video series and show you every part of that. So yeah, that's it in this video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.